Welcome to the online lecture series of Heat and Mass Transfer. Here is Professor Lakshman Mane. This is a video session on thermal resistance in composite wall, composite cylinder and composite sphere. In this session, you will be able to explain thermal resistance in composite wall, composite cylinder and composite sphere. Let us see thermal resistance in composite structures. Composite structures in heat transfer are of following type: composite wall, composite cylinder and composite sphere. Let us see Ohm's law. Flow of current varies in proportion with potential difference. So here we can see current is directly proportional with delta E, means change in voltage. So we can write the formula with equality sign. Current I is equal to change in potential difference delta E divided by electrical resistance. This equation analogous with thermal system, we can have Q means heat transfer is equal to temperature difference divided by thermal resistance. In this case, for the electrical circuit or system, these are the parameters. I is a flow of current, delta E is potential difference and R is electrical resistance. For thermal system, Q is a rate of heat flow, delta T is a temperature difference and RTH is thermal resistance. Let us see electrical circuit. These are the 2 points, voltage E1, E2. So voltage difference is E2 minus E1. Because of voltage difference, current is flowing through the circuit I, and this is the resistance. Analogous circuit to the electrical is a thermal circuit shown. Here is a temperature difference T1 minus T2 means delta T. The flowing quantity is a heat transfer Q and thermal resistance is RTH. So here rate of heat flow in conduction is governed by the parameter thermal conductivity, area, normal to heat flow and dimension of object in direction of flow. So the function defined by above three parameters will be analogous term to the electrical resistance, which is known as thermal resistance. So thermal resistance RTH is function of K means thermal conductivity, A means area and B means dimension. Hence for the conduction process we can write Q is equal to delta T divided by RTH means thermal potential divided by thermal resistance. Now here this equation shows that process of heat flow is analogous with process of flow of current. Now procedure of applying electrical analogy to the heat transfer problem. So follow the following steps which are here. First of all, draw a schematic sketch of the system. Draw an equivalent electrical circuit of the system. Then compute means calculate the values of all thermal resistance in the circuit. Then estimate the equivalent resistance of the system means summation of R. Then by using formula Q is equal to delta T divided by summation of R, calculate the rate of heat flow means Q. So here are the two cases when the resistance in series. So here we see here are four resistances R1, R2, R3 and R4 in a series. So here the equivalent resistance is means summation of these four. So here generalizing the equation we can have here summation of resistance is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4 plus number of resistances. Now heat flow Q between any 2 points in the circuit can be constant. So we can write Q is equal to delta T by R. So delta T, if we take these 2 points T1 and T2, then T1 minus T2 divided by corresponding resistance R1. Similarly, we can write temperature differences between the next points divided by corresponding resistance for cases R3 and R4. So here you can have this formula. If we consider first point and last point, then here will be temperature difference between first point T1 minus last point T5 divided by between these 2 points resistances are 4 resistances, its sum. So R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R4. So Q is equal to delta T divided by summation of resistances. So this formula is for resistance in series. Let us take example of series. Here is a heat flow through composite wall by conduction mode. So here composite wall consists of 4 layers of different material. So B1, B2, B3, B4 are the thickness of these 4 layers. K1, K2, K3 and K4 are thermal conductivities of these materials. Surface left is having temperature T1, then extreme right temperature is T5 and the temperature at each layer are given. So here direction of heat flow is from left side to right side, and this is steady state heat conduction. So here we can use now concept of electrical analogy, equivalent electrical circuit. There are 4 materials, so here are 4 resistances. Now here in this case, infinite slab, we have areas of all layer perpendicular to direction of heat transfer are same. So A1, A2, A3, A4 all are same, equal to A. So here resistance formula RTH already we have seen in last video in electrical analogy for plane wall, that is B upon K into A. So this is a general formula for plane wall. So this formula we can use to write all the resistances. So R1 will be equal to corresponding thickness B1, corresponding thermal conductivity K1, and area is same for all. So similarly R2, R3 and R4 are written here. So here corresponding value of thickness and thermal conductivities are mentioned. So as per resistances in series, we know that summation of R means sum of all resistances. So here rate of heat flow will be what? Delta T divided by sigma R. Delta T means temperature difference between extreme points. Here is a temperature T1 and this is a temperature T5. So T1 minus T5 divided by sum of 4 resistances. Further, we can write expression for each resistances here at the denominator. So in this way we can write Q is equal to formula. Now when the resistance in parallel, here are 4 resistances we see in the diagram which are in a parallel. In this case equivalent resistance is given by the concept, electrical concept, that is 1 divided by summation of R is equal to 1 divided by R1 plus 1 divided by R2 plus 1 divided by R3 plus 1 divided by R4. So generalize the equation, we can write the formula for number of resistances. Now consider the case of heat flow through composite wall by conduction in which parallel layers will be. So here consider a composite wall. Here first layer having K1 thermal conductivity and B1 thickness. Next to this there are two layers which are in a parallel. Number 2 layer is having thermal conductivity K2 and number 3 layer is thermal conductivity K3. These both layers are having dimension same, that is of B2, means thickness. Next layer is fourth layer which is having thermal conductivity K4 and thickness is B3. Now this is a thermal diagram or thermal circuit. Draw the electrical diagram or electrical circuit equivalence, that is by using electrical analogy. So let us, this is a point number T1, means T1 temperature, this is T2 temperature, and between that these are the resistances. R1 for layer 1, R2 and R3 are parallel because these two layer number 2 and number 3 layer are parallel. So R2 and R3 are in parallel, and this is fourth layer and its corresponding resistance R4. So here we can have resistances by using the concept or already we have discussed. So for slab 1, means this first slab, R1 will be equal to corresponding thickness B1 divided by its thermal conductivity K1 into area. Slab 2 or layer 2, for that resistance R2 is equal to corresponding thickness B2 divided by corresponding thermal conductivity K2 into, now here the area is this, total area is A, and area of this layer will be what? Half. So A by 2. Similarly, formula for this third layer, R3 is equal to B2, means thickness, divided by K3, thermal conductivity, into half area, means A by 2. Then last layer, means 4 number, resistance R4 is equal to dimension thickness B3 divided by corresponding thermal conductivity K4 into total area, capital A. So in this way now we have here these 4 resistances expressions. Further, as per the electrical circuit, we can have the resistances which are in parallel. For that, write Rp. 1 upon Rp is equal to this R2 and R3. These are in parallel. So for them we can write this formula, 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Now for all the resistances we can write summation R is equal to R1 plus, for this middle part, this Rp, and this last is R4. Now rate of heat flow, general formula, Q is equal to delta T by summation of resistances. So delta T is what? T1 minus T2 divided by summation of resistances, in that R1 plus Rp plus R4. So this, now the next case is heat flow through composite cylinder by conduction. Now in this case, here we see this hollow cylinder has 2 layers. This is a layer of K1 thermal conductivity and outer layer is of K2 thermal conductivity. K1 layer material is having radius R2, outer material is having radius R3, and this is hollow inner circle radius is R1. So here are resistances R1, R2, R3 and R4. Temperature inside is T1, outside temperature is T2. H1 is a inside heat transfer coefficient and H2 is the outside fluid heat transfer coefficient. Now here we will see resistance diagram. Now here it is taken R1 for the inside circle H1 heat transfer coefficient, R2 is taken for K1 material, R3 is taken for K2 material, and R4 is taken for outside heat transfer coefficient. So this is a three-dimensional view of hollow cylinder. Infinite length is L. Now here R1 for inner side, as per the convection, the formula is 1 upon HA for 1.1 upon H1 A1. Now A1 means this inner circle area is 2 pi r into L. 2 pi r is a perimeter and length, this is a length, so 2 pi r L. This is a surface area. 2 pi r 1, radius 1 means inside circle radius. So this is a for convection. R2 is for this cylinder M1 material. For that formula, resistance formula, as per the concept we have studied, that is natural log of R2 by R1 divided by 2 pi K1 thermal conductivity of M1 material into length of hollow cylinder, which is same for all. R3 is a resistance for this outer layer having material M2. For that R3 is equal to Ln natural log ratio of R3 by R2. R3 is a outer radius and R2 is this second radius, divided by 2 pi into corresponding thermal conductivity of the M2 material K2 and length L. R4 is a resistance outside surrounding, that is 1 upon H2 means heat transfer coefficient of outside into A2 means outside area. Outside area will be having radius R3, surface area will be what? 2 pi R3 into L. This is for convection. So here R1 and R4 for convection and R2 and R3 for conduction. So resistances in series are summation of these 4 resistance. Then Q is equal to delta T means T1 minus T2, temperature difference, outside and inside temperature, divided by these 4 resistances sum. Now the consider next case, that is heat flow through composite sphere by conduction. Here also the same case, everything is same as we discussed in last case. Here are also 2 materials of sphere M1 M2, thermal conductivities, inside sphere H1 heat transfer coefficient, outside sphere H2 heat transfer coefficient, T1 inside temperature, outside temperature T2. So here will be also again 4 resistances. So same concept, same mathematical arrangement will be here. This is a 3-dimensional view of hollow sphere having 2 materials. So here resistances will be first R1 means inside convective 1 upon H1 A1. Now here area will be for sphere inside this circle, that is 4 pi R1 square, that is the surface area of sphere. This is inner surface of the sphere with having radius R1, so that's why area is 4 pi R1 square. R2 resistance for hollow sphere, this M1 material, this has 2 radii, this is R2 and inner is R1. So resistance for the sphere formula, R2 is equal to capital R2 means resistance is equal to this small r2, this is what radius, R2 minus R1, small r1, divided by surface area 4 pi K1 R1 R2. This is the surface area for the hollow sphere. Then next part or layer of the hollow sphere having material M2, thermal conductivity K2. So its resistance can be written R3 is equal to here radia R3 and this minus radius R2 divided by surface area of this park, M2 park, that is 4 pi K2 means corresponding thermal conductivity into R2 and R3 product. Next, fourth resistance is for the outside medium. So here will be outside surface area and outside heat transfer coefficient. So 1 upon H2 AU, outside area H2, and outside surface area of the sphere is 4 pi outside radius R3 square, 4 pi R3 square. Now these all resistances are in series, to take summation, then Q is equal to delta T divided by sigma R. So T1 minus T2 divided by summation of all these resistances. So in this way you can see at the end of this session you can explain thermal resistance in composite wall, in composite cylinder and in composite sphere. If you like this video, please subscribe and share. Thank you.